Why does the narcissist you were dealing with already have somebody new? Even more suspect, why does this person seem like such a downgrade? I have to say right out of the gate here that when I say downgrade, I'm not purposefully trying to insult anyone. This new person just seems like a downgrade to us because we feel we know what the narcissist is looking for. We assume they're looking for someone just like us. So when they pick somebody who is the opposite of us, blonde, brunette, short, tall, whatever, we naturally come to the conclusion that they're with somebody they don't like as much because this person seems to be the opposite of who we are. But I want to talk a little bit more about that after we go over the list. So why a narcissist appears to downgrade with their new person who they choose after you. Number 1, the narcissist had to scramble, and this was the first person who showed interest in them. This happens a lot, especially when you are the one who walks away and ends the relationship. Narcissists, they have to be the ones who are right. They have to be the ones who, quote unquote, win the breakup, whatever the hell that even means. They have to be the ones that walk away and have that privilege to walk away. So when you rob them of that, they get pissed off about it. And this hits a narcissist right in the ego. How dare you move on and leave them, and now they're kind of stuck. You're gone and they don't have good supply lined up. They weren't expecting you were gonna wake up and pack up your things and leave, or whatever the case may be. So it's not that they don't necessarily have anyone lined up. There's always somebody, but maybe they just didn't have good enough supply. Maybe they weren't finished grooming somebody new, or they weren't having any luck really finding a whole lot of new people at the moment when you decided to leave. So this is a scramble, and it's typically never really their first choice. Or it's a choice that maybe they're okay with, but they're not quite sure how this person is going to react, what kind of supply they're going to give, and they're not really sure how things are going to go. Number 2, the downgrade happened completely by accident. The narcissist left you for their new flavor of the month, but it appears the narcissist, even them, they move too fast for their own good sometimes, and things have now fallen apart. Usually this is because the new supply catches on to something happening, not even necessarily narcissism, but they don't like the way the narcissist is behaving, and they usually up and leave. Or the narcissist might think the new supply looks good on paper, but then not so much. Most of these relationships don't last very long. This is the rebound person that a narcissist uses between you and their new primary source of supply. Narcissists will always have overlapping lovers as much as they possibly can. This is called monkey branching. The narcissist will never completely let go of the last person before they make sure they have something really great and fantastic with the new person. However, as you can see, when the downgrade happens by accident, sometimes they get it completely wrong. Clearly, they have misjudged this new person. If you'd like to talk about a narcissistic relationship that you feel that you are in, or maybe you were in, you can send an email to BookAChatWithJess@gmail.com to set up private chats with me if you would like to do so. Number 3, the narcissist just needs a boost. When you hit a narc's ego, you make them feel bad. You inflict that narc injury. You shock them, embarrass them, whatever it is. They're feeling down. They're not doing so hot. They're more than likely to pick a downgrade for themselves, somebody that they're not super interested in, but it's kind of that old saying, oh, well, this is better than nothing. This is something, and something is all I need right now. Again, this is usually one of those rebound relationships that lasts somewhere between 3 and 6 months. They can last longer, but usually that's not the case. When they're reeling from that narc injury, sometimes they just need a little pick-me-up, and whoever says hi to them first is the next unfortunate victim. Number 4, they downgrade to just completely piss you off. I have to say here that pissing you off is never the main goal in this case. They need supply. They don't care where they get it from. They don't care if it's a downgrade or an upgrade or whatever. They want something. Make no mistake, that is always priority number 1. However, when it's plastered all over social media for you to see, or you hear about it through your mutual friends, whatever the case may be, now, if it hurts you, that is totally a bonus for them, but never their primary goal. It is supposed to piss you off. They want you to see or hear this. Maybe you'll reach out to them because you see something like this. The narcissist wants you to have that fear of missing out on something. They want you to know you were wrong because, hey, look at me. I'm with somebody else now, so clearly the problem was you. Again, this can fuel jealousy and triangulation, and then hoovering attempts can happen. Most narcissists have no real type. That was the thing that I wanted to talk about that I spoke about in the beginning of the video. If you have a certain color hair and somebody is something polar opposite from you, they don't care. Sure, everybody has preferences, everybody has types and certain things that they like, but the normal thing with a narcissist is there is no normal thing. They're going to choose who gives them the best supply, the most supply, regardless, for the most part, of what they look like or how they behave or what they have going on. It's always who treats the narcissist the best. We're also usually told that what we do as a person and how we look is what they're looking for. We're put up on a pedestal. We're praised for being so handsome, so beautiful. You do this, you do that. So when they find somebody who doesn't do the same things we do, again, we kind of get thrown for a loop a little bit. Well, why would you be with this person? They're the exact opposite of me. That doesn't really have anything to do with anything. That person is giving them the most supply, the best supply. They're going with the flow. They were easy to groom. It's always about the path of least resistance. I was told that the person I was with was into girls who obviously looked just like me. So naturally, when it's plastered on social media that he's with essentially my polar opposite, clearly there was confusion. I thought there was a downgrade. Now, not necessarily. I don't know enough about the situation to know if it was a downgrade. I know it was a rebound that didn't last very long because 3 months later I got hoovered, but there was definitely confusion. There was, well, obviously you don't want somebody like me, you want somebody like that. Truthfully, it doesn't matter. Don't stress about that a whole lot because with somebody narcissistic, preferences or whatever aside, anyone will do, at least in the short term anyway. And we shouldn't look at anybody as a downgrade. They're humans just like we are. And after we get to know a person like this, somebody narcissistic and their motives, we can tell when they pick a new person that doesn't seem like us. And we really shouldn't be bothered by the fact that maybe this person doesn't fill our shoes very well. Maybe they do something else. We don't know this person. Always keep in mind, looks aren't everything. What somebody does for a living, all that kind of stuff, it doesn't make us who we are. We don't know what angle a narcissist is trying to work. I know, to be a fly on the wall. At the end of the day, narcissists pick kind people, caring people, empathic people, codependent people, and things like that. Don't be jealous of the new supply either. There's no reason to be jealous. Think about it like this. There's no reason to be jealous of the truck that drove down your street on garbage day and picked up some useless shit off your lawn, okay? One person's trash, and we know how the rest of that goes. Thanks for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Have a great day, Survivor. Take care of yourself.